This is Alzheimer's, What They Forget to Tell You, episode 16, podcast 15. Getting good at that. Very good.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, everyone. All of you.
Oh, Bill! Hi, Bill! So we start off with usually one or two, and then everyone joins in. So I'm saying hi, everyone, for the people that are listening and not necessarily seeing us. We are back. How are you?
Well,
How are you?
We actually did tag Bill, so he's like watching by default, like as he has.
Bill, I hope you don't mind. If you do, please let us know, and we can eradicate that. Figured since you tune in and you're one of our avid listeners and tuning inners. Is that even a word?
No.
We just took the liberty to tag you. So let us know.
I'm doing well. You? How are you doing?
Blessed. Life is good, man. Life is good. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day. Love.
Oh my God. Nobody's loving that robot.
Okay, happy Love Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all.
You don't need one day to show people how much you love them.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
No, you don't.
Well, listen, you know.
And if you do, you have to have a reminder something's wrong. Every day is Valentine's Day.
What she said.
Hi, Auntie Veronica.
So, we are going to cover a few things today, since it's Love Day and it's Valentine's Day and it's February 14th day.
You have to think about that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's episode 16 day, and it's day. Actually, night. Today.
Thank you, Bill.
We
So
are.
he agrees with
Hi,
you.
Mom.
Thank you, Jill.
Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Okay, so we're saying hello to everybody so that we don't have to stop and wave and acknowledge every single time somebody tunes in.
Warm.
It is. It's awesome. And we
Yeah.
love you guys for tuning in and supporting us and, you know, being committed to this podcast and this live feed every week. We look forward to seeing you guys and, you know, all your feedback and everything else. So we are very grateful for all the support. That being said, what is today's topic?
We were going to talk about symptoms.
Yes.
How you would know if you didn't know, which is exactly my case with your aunt. I did not know anything about this disease or how it presents. So we were talking a little bit off camera, and to recap, I don't know if anyone knows, but my mom was 57 years old, and my parents both lived in Trinidad at the time. And I had a newborn, which is Jalen, if anyone's not familiar. That's my one and only son. And she came to help me look after her grandchild. She was so excited. So I guess leading up to, so while I was pregnant, she would call ever so often. And she'd be like, when's the baby coming? When's the baby coming? And, you know, every single time I would say August, because that's when he was due. And, you know, she would ask over and over and over and over. And I just thought she was really excited. So it wasn't a hint. Now, in retrospect, that was one of the signs, asking the same question over and over. It's really because she couldn't remember. So it was like the first time of her asking. But when she came to help me, my mom was a registered nurse. So she couldn't, there was a time she was looking after Jalen and she couldn't mix the formula. And she gave it to him full concentrate because she didn't even realize that she could just look at the tin and then it would give you the instructions on the back to dilute it. And that to me was like, or there's something definitely wrong. We have to go to the doctor immediately because my mom's a nurse. There's no way she's making that mistake. Like I would probably make that mistake, not her. And I thought it was menopause, to be honest. because my mom was 57. So I was not thinking any. Well, again, I said, I didn't know anything about Alzheimer's, so that was the furthest thing from my mind. But when she did it, and when I took her to the doctor, they gave her a mini mental exam, and he just looked at me and he said, your mom has Alzheimer's and your life is going to change. And no truer words have ever been spoken, because immediately it did.
Okay. And, I just wanted to reiterate as well, as far as I know, and, we can look into that.
Oh, yeah, and I wanted to talk about my dad. So, of course, now my dad being back in Trinidad at the time, I'm all confused. I started Googling Alzheimer's again, did not know. I'm like, okay, she has this Alzheimer's thing. Okay, fine. And then I scrolled down, and then I saw death, and then I saw no cure. So it's immediate panic. And immediate anger at my father, because here's your wife who you are living with, and you didn't even notice that she had something was wrong with her, like she was acting different, and you live with her. And I just, maybe a week or 2 weeks in, I noticed definitely there's something wrong with my mom. And when I did speak to him, he's like, oh no, your mom stopped cooking for me. And I'm like, so
when were you going to let me know this?
He didn't think that was kind of odd. Mom, she's been cooking for you forever, as long as you've been married, and then she just decides, I'm not going to cook anymore. He didn't think that was a sign, and he just said, I thought she just got tired of cooking for me.
And true enough, you really, in retrospect, you don't ever want to resort to the extreme thinking of...
No, but if what I want to say, now that I know these things, just like me, if something's uncharacteristic of somebody, regardless of their age, don't try to diagnose them. Take them to the doctor. Let the doctor diagnose them. Immediately, if you know, this is not like this person, or definitely, it's not like my mom. I know my mom, this is uncharacteristic of her. Let the doctor tell you what's going on. Stop trying to make excuses. And I think maybe my dad was definitely in denial for a long time. It took him, probably the sad part of it is, the last time I saw my dad, which was 9/11, I think, so that was 14 months after her diagnosis. I think that's when he finally understood that, something was
really wrong.
And it's serious. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I can just imagine what that might have been for him to accept and acknowledge and take in after living a life with somebody for so long. And, here comes a completely different chapter that nobody's prepared for, that nobody's ready for, that nobody really wants, but has to accept, As far as I know, on our side of the family, we don't have a history. We have a history of that?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
On Mom's side, which I found out after, but yeah.
And this is, you're saying this is hereditary. It is a hereditary disease.
They don't know. They say that, but it's...
gene.
They really, the sad part of it is, say it over and over, this disease is over 100 years old, but we're no closer to understanding it. How some people say it's environmental, some people say it's genetics, but really and truly, look at the factors, her siblings, none of them have it.
And our grandmother lived until how long? 96?
96, she never had it.
Yep.
So, you can't, I don't know how, you can't, unless, I guess, and we're not bringing that back up, but that blood test where you could see if you have the biomarker, but that was already last week's topic, and, it doesn't mean that you'll get it, so.
Yeah, there's no guarantees, there's no predictions.
You have to just be preventative.
Like anything else. I mean, right. No one can ever predict what is going to happen in the future.
Well, don't they say the same thing like cancer? We are all born with cancerous cells. It depends if it's going to develop, right?
Yeah.
So
So wanted to ask you how's she been this week, because last week and the previous week she did experience some seizures.
None this week so far, but it's Wednesday, so but you know, she's just
Skinny.
she's so thin. Like, I don't know, if she's 80 pounds, I think that's a lot. That's a lot. But
Hanging on.
still hanging on. Because
Okay.
she's strong. She's strong-willed. She has that gene for sure. And like we already said, she's doing it her way, on her terms.
Yep.
And she'll go when she's ready and stop counting down. Because she's going to prove you wrong.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So on that note, I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys in on the book itself. Available at all Chapters locations. Is Indigo and Chapters the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chapters Indigo, as well as Barnes and Noble, as well as Amazon. You can get it online. You can order it online. This is my beautiful aunt.
We're going to, well, I know I keep saying it, but actually I am. I'm going to, you could order it directly from me, and I will put something on after, and so will Wendy on her,
Yes.
on her page.
So Alzheimer's, what they forget to tell you.
The big reveal.
We were trying to tell y'all last week.
Yeah, we were trying to.
So, yeah, let them in on what's happening. Some exciting things happening.
So I'm gonna be starting and launching a campaign soon, very, very soon. This is sort of like a little bit of a sneak peek of some things that I've been working on. And I want to reiterate what this is, and because I think there's a little bit of a confusion regarding what I talk about. And I'm not a doctor yet. Anyways, I won't be that kind of doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. So my platform is my experience as a caregiver and the things that I went through as a caregiver. And I was just saying that too, like, it's over 2 decades. It's coming up to, took all of my 30s, and it's taking all of my 40s. So it's the experience of caregiving for a loved one, and how that journey is. And that's my platform, because, you know, we get caught up, and we've been saying this over and over, but it's true. We get caught up on focusing on the person that has the illness, which of course you have to, but then that's not my journey. Like, I don't know how it feels to have Alzheimer's. I can see, I'm observing how it is, but I don't know personally how that feels. But I do know personally how it feels to care for somebody and watch somebody go through it day after day. So that's the platform that I'm on, and it's to raise awareness for people like Bill. There's a lot of people out there, and there's people that caregive at a distance. And when I mean caregive at a distance, it's being like the primary caregiver to somebody who's in a nursing home is still challenging. It's still stressful. You're still responsible firsthand financially for that person. You're the go-to person. Like, even though the person's in a nursing home, they're going to call you. You're the first point of contact. So yes, I decided to keep my mom at home. That was my personal decision. But it's just as challenging to caregive or be the primary caregiver, especially if you don't have a tribe of people. Like, you have to have a team of people.
Yeah.
And Bill has expressed he's the only child, so it falls on him. My brother lives in Trinidad. I have one sibling, so it falls on me. So I understand how hard it is if you don't have a team of people to kind of share that.
Balance the responsibility.
Right. So that's where I'm coming from. That's what this platform is, like, to spread awareness to the caregiver. It's a very challenging job. It's very isolating, very depressing. You forget to take care of yourself. You're always, and for me, I have a son too, so I'm the sandwich generation. I am always forgetting to care about myself. I'm always putting my mom and my son first before me. And to make the realization that you really do have to take care of yourself, because then the show's over.
Yes, right. I agree.
So this is what this platform is about. It's to raise awareness for caregivers and Alzheimer's at the same time, like Alzheimer awareness, because there's not enough awareness about it. People think it's an old-timers disease. They don't even know how to pronounce it. They don't know. They just think it's, oh, isn't that when you just forget? No, or you think somebody's somebody else. No, it's a neurological, degenerative disease. It's progressive. I call it reverse aging because the person goes right back into a fetal position, technically. That's the last stage. The brain is shrinking, and they forget how to talk, walk, swallow. That's the disease.
Devastating. Horrible. Horrific.
See, you want to read what Bill said?
So Bill said, thank you, Karen. It is very hard doing what we do as caregivers. Absolutely. You guys are the real MVPs. Like, you know.
We need shirts, Bill. We need like a badge.
Or the WTF, what they forget to tell you. And then on the back, MVP.
Yeah.
Especially if you're
That's really what this is. If you're wondering, even though it has a double meaning, right? That's what this campaign is all about. What they forget to tell you, right? They don't tell you this. They don't tell you when you sign up for this. Or things happen, like, you don't expect this to happen. I didn't expect my mom, who was going to come and see her third grandchild, and she was all excited to come and be with me for a little while before she went back to Trinidad. And I didn't expect to hear that, oh my gosh, she can't even enjoy her grandchild because now she has this disease. And now I have to focus on her, even though I have a newborn, but I have to somehow try to find a balance between those two. And that was a very happy, I didn't have another child, so that was a very happy time in my life, but it was kind of not.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's, and that's tough. Why, like, when Jalen's birthday comes around, I know exactly how long she's had this disease. It's like an anniversary to her. His birthday is like, yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, that's not cool. And it's really sad too, just knowing her the way I did, like, the amount of years that she's been robbed and the amount of memories and the amount of things that I know leading up to her getting sick. It's just such a shame that this had to happen to her. To anybody really, but of all people, to her, because she was a big life liver. Like, she enjoyed life, and she enjoyed her family, and she enjoyed her children, and
she took care of a lot of people too.
A lot.
Even we'd be sometimes, and I look back now because before it was like so annoying, but we go to the mall in the city center, and people would stop her. Oh, are you Nurse Marlene? And I'm like, oh my God. But, because she was such an integral part of their care, because she used to work on the surgery ward, so she took care of a lot of people. Yeah,
she made a big impact on many lives, and so that's a great legacy to, leave and also to live up to. It's never easy, and it's a really tough pill to swallow when it's somebody that you love, and I still, even, up to now, I still cannot find myself making the connection at all. Like, it's just not easy. I look at her and my brain says this is her, but my heart and my brain don't connect to make it really make sense. Like, I know what my eyes are looking at, but I can't seem to make it fit, to make it okay and to accept it. It doesn't glue. It doesn't make sense. So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Okay, so I did also want to cover from the last podcast, you had promised your viewers that you were going to show the bed sore cream. And yeah. So I wanted you to take a look at that. here it is, and it smells heavenly. If you are a big lavender fan, which I'm not really, but I actually do like the scent. It smells really fresh, and it smells like, well, I know with my kids, you know, when they used to be fussy and stuff before going to bed, lavender is a really great scent to kind of soothe and, you know, put them to sleep. So it smells really good.
But I could also do peppermint too, if that's more like, you know, people want
have
that.
A problem with lavender.
Yeah, because not everyone likes lavender.
So explain why this is working for your mom. What's awesome about this cream?
First of all, there's no parabens in it. There's no SLS phosphates in it, so it's organic, and it has zinc oxide in it, which is helps heal. So she's been using this, and it's we don't like, obviously she has medicated cream, but for her actual open bed sores. But this is a good protector for the skin, and so we put it everywhere. It's not just, we don't use it just for that area.
And it's natural.
Yeah, it's all natural. Yeah, so, you
important.
Know, and she, like, I know it's another weird thing, but her bed sores actually heal, which is weird considering her body's deteriorating. But I don't know. She's an anomaly, so that's the good news.
She's your mama.
Yeah.
Okay, second thing. So we've had a couple people asking about merchandise in terms of, you know, the campaign that Karen has put together with the book. So we just mentioned where you can purchase the book and how to get your hands on a copy, which is a really great reference, as well as last week we did cover, or we promised that there was going to be a list of the pharmaceuticals or the pills.
No, it's the vitamins.
Vitamins, sorry.
Yeah. So I could list them, but they're all definitely in my book, but I will list them with the order thing that I'll put it on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, in the comments.
Okay, cool. As well, there's so many things happening.
I know.
It's just awesome. It's
I know.
Great, exciting time. For spring, summer, working out, bad hair days, rocking a style, dressing it up, dressing it down.
Or
we got BAM! BAM! We got our official, what they forget to tell you, hats. Okay? So these are great.
And it describes, as much as we know what WTF, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that.
Yes, because my hair's in a ponytail, so I would have totally rocked it.
Oh my God.
However,
oh my God.
They are form-fitted.
Okay. Oh my God.
So if you have a big coconut like her, then...
First of all, this is a small hat, even though there's a big brain underneath it.
If you have a big coconut like her, okay, they come in small, medium, and large. You can always let us know what size you are, and we can definitely put an order in to make sure that yours custom fits. But they're awesome hats, really great material.
And I'm sure Bill can attest to, you probably go through this acronym, even though I know it's not what I'm trying to say, but you do go through that probably like about 18 times a day,
Not
dealing with this disease.
Oh, with the disease, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you deal with it. I'm sure everybody
just with kids alone
feels the pain.
Where's my hat
Or
at?
silently you say this about 50 million times, even though that's not really what I'm trying to say. But kinda. It's a play on words, really.
Yes. So if you're interested, hit her up in the DM.
And my friend Peter designed the hat. Oh my God. I better keep it on.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
No.
I better keep it on.
That's
that was like really bad. Really bad. Now I have to wear it. Okay.
Yes. So for all merchandise or any kind of, inquiries.
See, Bill said it's very true.
It is.
It's true.
Yeah. Get your hands on one of these bad boys. Let her
Yes, I want to try.
And we can get you your own stuff, which is really exciting. There's so much more on the horizon. It's like
Adam, what do you think of the hat? I know you'll like it. These are custom.
Yeah, but why are you, what is that?
I feel
Don't do that.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I feel like a different person in the hat.
Because you're acting like one. You're like,
now I'm like, I can do anything.
like you're gangsta now. Like you're gangsta.
Oh, hardcore.
What? Yeah, hardcore. Hardcore. Oh my god.
Okay. No, seriously. This is really distracting.
Yeah, because I can't see your eyes.
I can't. Me neither. I can't even see.
So take it off.
We saw what happened. I'll take it off camera.
Or just pull it a little back so that we can...
Like even more gangster?
Yeah. Do your thing. You gotta rock that thing out. Rock it out. Yes. Okay.
This is really ridiculous.
I think it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I would totally rock.
Yeah. Like this?
Maybe.
Ah. How about that? No? Oh my god, my hair's in my eye. Why is your mouth open? You can do it both sides, is what I'm saying. No? Whatever. You suck. Oh my god. Okay. This is unexpected and unfortunate.
No, don't put it back on. You keep making it worse. Just fix your hair.
Okay.
Girl issues. You see? Guys don't have to go through this type of stuff.
Oh
anyways, so anything else that we wanted to cover today?
No.
Okay.
No, thanks.
So exciting things on the horizon, like I said. If you guys have any feedback, questions, concerns, again, please, we're open. Just inbox or even leave a message on the live feed or in the comments, and we'll definitely get back to you.
What do you think? What do they think about the shirts? Why don't you model yours? Oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta... Excuse me.
See? Look at that.
Hold on, I don't know. Oh. If I didn't have my hair in a ponytail, I'd totally rock the hat.
Okay, well, next time. Okay, so really we want to recap that the platform is for the... Oh, you're welcome, Bill. See that? That's so nice. He can't wait till next week.
But Bill, because you are one of our avid watchers, it would be really... And you're somebody that is facing this head on with your own life and your own experience and your own loved one. Is there anything you want us to cover? Is there any concerns? Is there questions? Is there anything you're going through that you want to talk about?
Right, or how does it help you? As you look forward to them, but how come you do? I guess.
Just hearing maybe your experience.
Maybe that he's not alone or that you're not alone.
So yeah, again, just questions, concerns, even if you just want to, come on and explain what you're going through or share something that you've experienced, that'd be cool too. This is what this is all about, just to kind of put it out there so that everybody walking this type of journey knows that you guys aren't alone, man. There's so many that are just going through this silently, and you don't need to. There's a platform. There's a lot of support in this type of thing, even though, when it's first diagnosed, you don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know who to ask. There is a huge, I don't want to say huge because maybe that's pushing it, but there is a following of people that are here to support, that have gone through it, that are going through it, that can help. Yeah.
It's just because Alzheimer's is so stigmatized, and it's still your loved one, and you feel so guilty even though you're human. So the things that you have to go through, I told you, that hat is so fitting because the things that you go through dealing with the disease, it's not very glamorous at all. Some of the things are horrendous.
Maybe we should go through that the next podcast.
I don't know.
If you guys are ready, because it's not pretty. It's not glamorous. There's no politically correct way to say certain things that, it gets graphic. It gets horrible. Listen.
It's this.
It's real life.
It's this. It's this. That's what you go through.
And still, 18 years in.
Yeah, and it's still not getting easy. It's not, I can't even say, oh, this is it's palliative, it's a serene part. No, it's still.
Yeah.
every day. Every single day.
Yeah. And, sometimes you'll pull out these pictures of when life was, I guess, not easy, but just the way that we remember it before all this happened. And it's just gut-wrenching. It's like, it's super sad. It's we never had a clue in those moments what was in store, and
that's why it's important to, be cognizant of where you are, live in the now, don't take anything for granted. And like Vincent said, no one is an island, and together we're continents of people trying to find a way together. It's true. Like,
it's a good point.
Trying to find a way.
All trying to make sense of this thing called life, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
okay, happy Valentine's Day. Happy
every day should be Valentine's
Should
Day.
be, but come on. Listen, I'll take what I can get.
You don't need a day.
Sometimes we need a day.
To say you love somebody and show somebody you love. Come on.
Show me you love me.
Come on. Why do you
show me. See? Not even on Valentine's Day. I don't
What are you talking about?
Love.
I'm here. I show you I love you every week.
You do?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How?
Yeah.
How do you
I do. I come here and have some jokes.
Yes, we do. So, okay. Well.
Yes, that's right. See?
What?
Vincent's saying the same thing. It's another good point is we look at old pictures and that's the way we wished it could be and still wished it was. And that helps me. It helps me a lot.
It does.
Even though it makes me really sad, I have to admit, it does help.
But it keeps that memory, it keeps her alive. It keeps our memories alive. It kind of refreshes the things that we might have forgotten. It's important. And even people who have passed on, like both of our dads have passed on. And I find great comfort in seeing pictures, in talking about memories, and talking about moments, and laughing about jokes if a moment comes up and it's like, we remember him for whatever reason. I find great comfort in that. So, there's no difference in this disease outside of the fact that the person isn't deceased. The person is still here, but, doesn't remember or is forgetting or is in palliative care. So...
Or we'll go back to how my mom used to be where they're talking, but it's very challenging to speak to. It was challenging to speak to her because she'd repeat a lot, confused. You'd have to have a lot of patience and just, it's not her, it's the disease, She was aggressive at one point, wandering at another point, like...
Scared, crying,
emotional.
Always
crying at one point. Like, it's just, you're going through this roller coaster that they're going through. Yeah. And you have to, but you don't get to act out or lash out. You have to be the one that's compassionate all the time. And that's hard. It's hard. Especially sometimes they're saying angry things at you. My mom, thankfully, never really went through that. But a lot of people, they do. They'll lash out at you.
They'll get aggressive. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's wrap this up.
I'm going to read Vincent's last comment before we go because it's a good one. It's being Alzheimer's advocates. It's our mission to go through life making amazing moments, then finding a way to keep them. That's excellent.
100%. Yes. Thank you for that, Vincent.
Okay. So that wraps up another podcast.
Episode 16.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
And we'll be launching this campaign soon. I can't wait.
How do people subscribe to this podcast thing? Because I'm not a podcast person, so I'm not quite sure for people who are just trying to subscribe or
you
trying
just
to
go,
tune in.
Once I finish this, I always do the link of the podcast itself, and you just subscribe.
Okay. So please do that for us. Bigger and better. Everybody's support makes this situation bigger and better, and that's what we really want. We want to be able to help as many people as possible, get the word out to as many people as possible. And, make a difference in as many lives as possible. So that's our mission.
The caregivers' lives, who are the real heroes.
The MVPs.
The silent heroes. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have a great week. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. Spread it everywhere. Especially to the people that you might see that are miserable or cranky or, that just are always angry at something. Those are the ones that need the most
just
love.
Extra love.
They're probably going through a lot of stuff that we have no idea. You never know what people are facing until you actually sit down and have a conversation to find out what's happening. And then when you do, you actually reflect like, wow, that makes sense why they are the way they are, So a little bit of kindness goes a long way. So on that note, be blessed, stay blessed. We're grateful for all of you, and subscribe to the podcast. Let us know if we can make any changes or if we can be better or if, whatever. Comments, questions are always welcomed, and we're grateful for all of you. So, and I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you.
Happy Love Day, guys. Peace and love. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.